This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
I did leave something out, Dolphin fans. I did leave something out. Outside of Deshaun Elliott, of course, who now is, on my hit list. Let's talk about Tua Tagovailoa. Okay, might as well talk about Tua Tagovailoa since Deshaun Elliott, opened up the door, and McDaniel and Tom Pelissero caught up with Mike McDaniel at the owners' meetings. And listen, this is one of the things that I think I'm kind of learning about Tua Tagovailoa is that he is a motivated individual, and he is motivated to prove people wrong. And whether it's proving that he can play to people or whatever it is, right? His arm is not strong enough. He can't run a high-powered offense, all that crap that people have talked about. He's not coming back from that hip injury, everything, right? And so now it's the whole thing with the concussions this year, unfortunately, that he had an issue with, right? And I've told you this before, that I think Tua is that maniacal dude that is going to be so focused on what he has to do to get better and be a better player and be a better person, be a better father. That's who that dude is. He's kind of wired that way, okay? And I am convinced that he's going to come out and really take care of his body. I'm convinced that he understands where he's at and what he has to do. And I'm sure he's had conversations with his wife, his family, and his agent, and obviously with Nick, his trainer, everybody else. And there's a plan in place. And I think he's going to attack that plan and be a stud this year. I really do. I joke around, had some fun with you later, in the show when I was, using the John Wick stuff and all that, because you got to have some fun with this too at the same time. So McDaniel was asked about Tua, and Pelissero asked him, and he says he's doing great. He's had a really good offseason with his family and training and positioning himself to feel good moving forward. He's very healthy, vibrant, and I can see a hunger in him that I'm excited to watch play out. And that's because Tua's that dude that has tunnel vision. And I think that McDaniel, that last line, McDaniel doesn't really give you a lot, but sometimes he'll drop a nugget that you have to kind of see through the trees. And I think that was that nugget right there that he dropped. Because I think he sees it too. I think Nick Hicks is probably watching it every day. Just like when you watched him, improve his body last year in the offseason, right, with Nick. And you can tell that he was working on the core of his body so he can be stronger and make the throws that he has to make. And then this offseason now, it's going to be, if you go back and listen to the interview with Nick Hicks, it's going to be about not just strengthening his neck, but also they're going to work on short area explosive movements so he can get away from people too at the same time, because there are ways to become a little quicker and those kind of things. So they're going to work on those kind of things too at the same time. So knowing Tua, okay, from what I've seen so far, I am convinced he's going to have a great season. I am convinced that he's going to come out to really show people that he can play a real intelligent brand of football, because he's a smart guy when it comes to reading and deciphering defenses, but he hasn't used his intelligence when it comes to protecting his body. And then that's the next level. And what he has to understand, and I hope Mike McDaniel does this, I hope he shows him quarterbacks of all generations, all around, protecting themselves, making plays, getting rid of the football, making sure you don't take unnecessary hits, all of those kind of things. He's just got to work that into his game. And I think he will, because if there's something that he wants to do, it's succeed. And the young man just, he kills himself to be as perfect as he possibly can be. Just saying. I I think McDaniel dropped you a little bit of a nugget there, and kind of goes with what I'm thinking, because he didn't really have injuries last year. It was all about the concussions. It wasn't about a rib or a finger or an ankle or a knee or thank the Lord that it wasn't about that. I mean, not that I want it to be head trauma, but if he now can stay away from those injuries, which, by the way, he's pretty much stayed away from those injuries when he takes the normal quarterback shots. It's when he hangs on to the ball too long, and then he allows these defenders to kind of build up the hit, and then that's not good, except for the Green Bay one. That wasn't really a major hit, but all the other ones have been. So he's just got to learn to stay away from those. But I think that quote, when I saw that quote, I was like, yeah, this dude's going to show people. He's going to show people. I have faith in Tua, man. I have a lot of faith in Tua. Maybe it's misplaced faith by some of you think, but I think he's going to prove. Those of us that have faith like me in Tua, I think we're going to be proven right in the end. We were already proven right about his play, right? We got a shit ton of people that are completely wrong about Tua, that he couldn't play. Whether they want to admit to you or not or whatever, most of those people that are hanging on to the injury stuff now, those are the people that 90% of their argument was he couldn't play. So now they're, on the injury stuff, which is the obvious thing. We all knew he came in with an injury history. So we knew that was the automatic. That was the only thing I've ever been concerned about with him. That's it. So we got a ton of people that have been proven wrong already. This is the second layer of it all now. Okay? Take care of your body, play smart, learn to live for the next play, the next series, the next game, and you'll prove everybody wrong that you can, stay upright and get it done in this game.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.